Board 4, actually, I wonder if he found the way he game. Yeah, this one has to be, I assume, winning for Uzbekistan. And this is probably also winning now for Wei. There was, now that we're here, there was a very crucial moment. If you can scroll back a little bit. Yeah, on move, where he played 24, the glaring move on like move 40 something.
23.
No, 3 moves later, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, rook h. Oh.
Yeah, does it look drawn to you though? Let's put this on the board for our viewers. Rook h3 check, and this is like a massive turning point. Bishop g2 check, I guess it's stronger than bishop e6, queen g4. And we go, I don't know, h5, h6. Is it obvious it's a draw?
Yes, it's a calculation task. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, king.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Probably not.
Who gets first?
Because at first I thought you are supposed to find it and you're supposed to play it. And then I got to this position and I started thinking, don't you just think it's lost with the king on b7 and the pawn already on h6? I think it's very easy to convince yourself you're just completely lost with black and not go for it.
Probably.
But if he doesn't go for it, he's basically lost in a slower but much surer way. And yeah, if we get to the current position, yeah, black moves don't click. Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, this eventually you will lose.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. a4, a5 will come eventually. Your king will become weak and something will happen. Yeah. So China wins, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Still, it's not going to be over completely, right? I mean, but India, of course, is having great chances.
Oh, did they
well,
get?
he hasn't played it yet. No, it's it remembers the last position you've analyzed.
okay.
Yeah. No, he's still thinking. I think. No. Oh, now he actually played h6, king queen e4 check. Yeah.
Oh, he played it.
He played h. Yeah. They're going to get all of this onto the board. King takes h6 played.
Knowing Arjun, he'll just go queen g3. Yeah?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, really?
Queen takes h4, king g6 going to be played. And
Let's check the move.
actually, maybe the cleanest is you start with rook e1 and then you go queen g3 check to take on a5 faster.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter all that much, I suppose.
It just wants
So
to-
looks like you will be a full match ahead of China before the last round.
And
Any idea who you might be playing?
I didn't even think about it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it-
because
it
you're kind of out of opponents a little bit. You played pretty much everybody.
We
beat
played
pretty much
US,
everybody.
Uzbekistan, China, Hungary, Vietnam.
Slovenia, maybe we were discussing. I don't know how did they do today.
Or maybe you didn't play Vietnam, but I think they're not doing as well.
Ah, okay.
You could have maybe played Ukraine, but they haven't won today. So it's actually very difficult for us to even judge who you might be playing. So you're completely out of opponents.
We'll find out. I wanted to ask you, Gukesh, how do you actually enjoy your experience being here at the Olympiad? Like I see you some videos with you and fans. Like, how does it feel to be here?
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere, and I enjoy and I'm enjoying this event. It's nice playing for my country and playing as a team, and yeah, all the fans. It's always nice to see so much love for chess. So yeah, glad.
Looks like there's a lot of people supporting specifically India, right? As is pretty much everywhere around the globe, I guess, these days. But here as well. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. And now that we speak about it, one more game.
Yeah, Vidit has
finished,
drawn his game against Levon, so yeah,
Which
that is
moved you
over.
closer to the victory in this match.
Sorry, I'm walking in between the.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Great mood.
So, is there any kind of a feeling of internal competition between you and Arjun who can score the most ridiculous amount of points?
I don't know. For me, it's just about winning as a team. So as long as that happens, I'm glad.
I think that's a very healthy attitude.
Absolutely, yes.
Once again, congratulations on today's game. Massively important game in the context of this Olympiad. And good luck tomorrow.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Thank you. And we continue watching the match. One more game is to play for the match India.
Yeah, and
against
as Gukesh predicted, Arjun just played queen g3 check without thinking very much about it.
Exchange the
and
queens.
should now convert, I think, quite comfortably. This does look like a winning position. Let's briefly check in with some other matches. In the match between Hungary and Serbia, draws on 3 and 4. Aslan Sigirov drew against Alexander Indic. Berkesh drew against Ivic. And we have this position on the screen in the game between Richard Rappert with the white pieces against Bredke. This has to be a draw, although obviously we have seen similar positions being lost more than once, but this particular one does seem like it should be a draw. And Peter Leko on board 2 is playing against Alexei Sarana. The king on h7 doesn't look very safe, but black is a pawn up, and the king on h2 isn't completely safe either. Seems like probably around equality here, I would assume.
And I do think that with this victory, Gukesh might have clinched board 1 medal as well.
Already?
Gold medal.
Just the
Might
round to
have.
go.
Just because Nodirbek made a draw. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
he had more games, but the TPR was less. So I'm thinking that with a 3,000 or whatever his TPR is,
Yeah,
It's really hard to
began
bridge.
today, I think, with a TPR of 320.
it very much
that.
depends on who he's playing tomorrow. Obviously, a loss might decrease that TPR, but still, I feel he's very, very close to clinching that.
Wow, absolutely impressive.
So Hungary versus Serbia might end up in being a draw. It doesn't really matter that much because neither of those teams could have played India. Both of them already played India. Down the list,
Way right now against Nodirbek. That's the big one. Will Way be able to once again clinch match
and
victory?
Richard actually just offers a draw there, as you can see on your screen. Doesn't even try to play it out. But it did look very, very drawn.
Yeah.
Way is now objectively winning. The question is how easy it is to convert because you still have to, breach this final perimeter.
Somehow it felt like he made his life a bit more difficult with his conversion. Of course, never easy. Never
and
easy.
we do want to maybe cover this endgame a little bit after rook h3. First of all, why not
this
bishop
is actually a
e6?
draw, huh?
You could play bishop e6, but you are driving the king closer to the h-pawn. And I think psychologically it's much easier to imagine it being a draw with the king on g2. This is why here we play bishop g2 check, king takes g2, rook takes d4, h5. And the machine just goes very simply, king c7, king d7, we still have access to it, the h4 square. And then it goes rook d1 and says, I will be able to put the rook on h1. King e6 now loses because there will be bishop h4 in the end, but you can give a check. King h4, and now you can play king e6. And once the king gets to f7, you really aren't going to lose this.
One of those decisions that you cannot really calculate. Like from afar, you cannot really calculate. It's just instinct at this point.
Yeah.
Will your instinct tell you? Because I'm sure he saw rook to h3.
No, you don't miss those types of tactics. It's a very, very surface level tactics for
Instinctively,
a player
do you
like
feel like you're close or not?
And it's a comparison. It's like a straight up comparison between, let's say, this position and this position.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think I'd be very tempted to just gamble on this being a draw because this does not look like it will be a draw ever. Your king is still very weak. If you at some point blunder bishop f4,